Okay, so the last question is from Alfredi 2002, and Alfred asks, you said that if Bitcoin goes to 1.2 million, then it will crash down to 100K. Then it will stay there for more than a decade. Wouldn't that be very bad?
No, I don't think so. Um,
It will basically become
because
gold at that
because
point, right?
what? Because the thing is, right? It'll still, the development will still be going on. People will still be interested. The valuation is very high at 100,000. It probably could be around 100, anywhere between 100 and 200,000 for a while, right? It'll probably come up, pump up to 200,000, come back down a little bit, and then pump back up, right? So it won't be an absolute nightmare, but most people it'll take a while for people to come back in and have some confidence, right? Because most people, when they come in on Bitcoin for the first time, they just come in for the fact that it's going up, and that's it. They don't know, they don't stick around and study what it is. I would say a very small percentage of the people that will be buying into Bitcoin in the next little while are not going to know what it is and why they should be buying it and why they should be holding it, right? And so yeah, and then on top of that, you have the both the banking system and the government with the desire to keep this thing down and keep this thing suppressed. So the best thing they can do, right, is to get this prices extremely high. So they build around. So people build systems around it to help keep the suppression. And one of the things that I think will help keep the suppression is a lot of places that allow you to lend out your cryptocurrencies, to earn interest, because now they can actually take your cryptocurrencies and go ahead and sell them into the market to help push down the price, right? And keep you, because it's all about price that gets people in here, right? Nobody was interested in buying Bitcoin at $3,000. Nobody was interested at $8,000. Nobody was interested in $9,000. They all got interested, not even at 16,000, not even at 20,000. They all got interested at $30,000. Right? Your friends started calling you at $30,000. Right? They all said, "Take my money." Right? "Here's my money. I want Bitcoin. I want Bitcoin." But they weren't calling you back then when it was low, right? Because they know price tells the market, signals the market to do something, signals people to do something, right? That's what it does, right? And because the powers that be understand that, this is why silver is being suppressed so much, right? They understand that if you see the price of this go up, that's a signal for you to do something, right? And so they have to keep the price down, right? And they have to abuse it. And so they want to do the exact same thing for Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? They are going to pull this off. I think they're going to manage to pull this off, assuming they don't have a complete hyperinflationary collapse between now and the time that they build this suppression mechanism. All right, you have a question, NT?
Yes, I have a question because you mentioned something very important. When, and this is cliche, right? You know when the bubble is about to explode. When you look at the charts, you see how everything is overbought. You see how it's divergence everywhere. The price is incredibly high. Your friend starts calling you. Your taxi driver talks about it. A guy in the supermarket is talking about it. Your grandma calls you and asks you about it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you know that shortly after that the price goes down, right? There's a big crash. So now we are investing into this asset, and how can we tell that this is not the same case of this cliche? Why this time is different? Why we should invest?
Well, the one, right? Bitcoin's got a long way to go higher because of because there's not enough people in it already. Yes, there's lots of people calling you and telling you, "Hey, I want to buy," right? But what's the total number of people that are in Bitcoin? 125 million, right? And how many people on the planet, right?
It's like 8 billion, 9 billion, something like that.
Yeah. So we are far away from getting the percentage of people, and then that percentage new people that are coming in, right, are the now the people that are coming in are now the institutional players, people with large sums of cash, like Elon Musk and so forth, people are who's got numbers that will move this market at this point in time up to well over $100,000. It's not going to be your mom and pops are going to be buying into that moves this market. That's long. That was last. That was so 2017. Mom and pops moved the market. They can't do that. They don't have enough liquidity or cash to move the market up to 100,000 to $1 million. They don't. Who does have enough cash to do it is corporations, governments, and what's it called, retirement funds. That's who's got enough cash to make Bitcoin go a lot higher. The rest of us are just speculating, and we can't move the price anywhere. There's no way that Wall Street bets alone could come into the Bitcoin market and move this price. Not going to happen. It's just too much. It's too much cash, right? It requires massive amounts of cash in order to do it. And so that's what's coming, right? We're seeing it across the board. We see it with, the latest one to fall is Elon Musk, and now even LL Cool J. He's coming out on the weekend putting in $72 million, right? Yeah, so it's coming, right? That kind of cash is coming, and that's what you need to see this thing move. And those people, yeah, some of them, like LL Cool J, he might sell, right, in a panic dump, but you know, the major institutions most likely won't. So we probably might see a stabilizing situation once we get back down to probably if we go that if this plays out. If I might be completely wrong on what I see playing out. But I think if the governments want to suppress this, they're going to have to push this thing to insane prices and then dump it, right? So that that will help the suppression of it, because the same prices creates the market of people going, oh, wait a second, I got to produce all these tools and stuff like that for people to get access, and what they'll do is create more derivatives, which allows you, for example, when you go to your bank right now in the United States and you want to get some silver, right? In Canada, both the United States and Canada, they can actually sell you the silver, actual physical stuff. But you know what they'll tell you? No, you don't want that. You don't want that. That's too heavy. It's too bulky. No. But we do have, right, silver certificates. And we'll store it for you, right? And as you know, right, from lots of lawsuits, they don't actually store anything for you, right? And that's industry standard. They just take your money, charge you a storage fee, right? Meanwhile, don't store jack for you, right? And if you don't believe that, you can look it up, right? I can bring up this article after article on that, where they've been sued, right? And then they go and say, but that's industry standard, right? Where we just we don't
Industry standard. What do you mean?
where we take your money, right? We don't buy any silver, and we charge you storage fees.
Okay.
So you know that's coming for Bitcoin, right? You know that's coming, right? They're going to do that. That's why PayPal probably get away with that. That they can actually start buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and all those cryptocurrencies, because they're probably going to be part of the scam, right? They're probably going to be let in on the scam. They're going to probably go, okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to buy it up, right? Just buy it up. And then, right, we'll tell you, we'll give you a call. We're going to tell you to dump it, right? But you're going to don't worry, you don't have to worry about, anybody cashing it out on that, right? Because you're not giving them cash. You're not giving them the actual cryptocurrencies, right? So you're gonna dump it, and then all of a sudden, those people are gonna sell, and you're gonna be able to make a whole bunch of money, right? Because you've dumped their coins already. So you're gonna get even more money, right? You can see this coming from a mile away, right? You see this, and so yeah, be prepared, right? But they need to like really destroy your psyche, right? So that's what's
That's
coming.
the way of doing it.
Yeah. I know. With that sad note, with that sad note, that's just the way it is, man. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
you have a currency that's going to damage the banking system, damage the government. You know they're going to have to fight back, right? They have to fight back, and this is the way they're going to fight. And you have to be prepared. You have to accept it, right? Because you can't change it. Right? You can only try to profit from it. All right. With that note, thank you all for your questions. Thank you, Inti, for your last question there. Okay? And I hope you all learned something. I hope you gained some new insight into the world, and make sure that you don't fall into any of the traps that the world sets for you, because that's what they're gonna do. Yes, they're gonna do that, and you don't want to fall. You don't want to fall into that trap, and you want to be able to profit and be able to live the good life. All right, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.
Bye. Now we're moving on.